We're officially 4 months past the WWE draft, and I gotta say I want to go over every single NXT call-up just to see exactly how they've been treated since getting called up. But hey, if you're going to enjoy the video, make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, turn the post notification bell, and yeah, don't mind me, I'm a little sick. I went to SummerSlam and the city of Cleveland, great hospitality, but they got me sick. Thank you, Cleveland. I'm going to be giving each WWE superstar a grade as to how they've been treated and how they've been performing. So, without further ado, first on the list, Carmelo Hayes. Could be a little bit of a biased statement here, but I think Carmelo Hayes is one of the best talents to get called up and drafted onto the SmackDown roster. I think Carmelo Hayes fits exactly what the mode of a WWE superstar is. He got the character, got the look, and he can wrestle. Like, bro, just put on 2 back-to-back bangers with Andrade. Like, did y'all watch that? Y'all had to have seen that. Y'all have to have seen that. Also, this is my donut. But you had to have seen that. Like, come on now. Bangers. And he pinned Randy Orton. And he was also a big part of Money in the Bank. Like, bro, he was there. As of right now, I have to give Carmelo Hayes a B. Now, it's hard to get an A. I'm going to be honest. It's very hard to get an A. Only about 1 or 2 people on this list have an A. But for right now, I'm going to give Carmelo Hayes a B. Only because, like, he's there. He's doing what he needs to do. But he's not really being pushed just yet. Just yet, though. He's not winning the marquee matches as of just yet, but I do believe it will happen. So as of right now, Carmelo Hayes is going to get a very solid B. Next on the list is a badass. Talking about Braun. Breaker. I talk about it all the time. I literally made a video and said Braun Breaker was your next Intercontinental Champion. Did I lie? Did I tell a lie? This man is not only your IC champion, but he also put on another banger with Sami Zayn on a regular Raw. That 2 out of 3 falls count match last week, banger. He just threw Sami Zayn into the timekeeper area. Like, bro, this dude is a badass. I can't wait to see the feuds that happens with Braun Breaker and how he's later presented. As of right now, I gotta give Braun Breaker an A. He has to get an A. Like, bro, he's putting on bangers. He's being booked correctly. He cut a great promo before he came out last week. Bro, how are you disagreeing with this? Braun Breaker. Really, bro. A. Next on this list, I'm actually kind of heartbroken about Kiana James. Now, I'm just going to start right here and just give her a D. Only because why did Triple H call her up in the first place? If you weren't going to use her. She did like what? Like two matches? One of them was a Money in the Bank qualifying match, which we knew she wasn't going to win. I believe Io won that match. But I'm just saying, what was the point? What was the reason? She was doing great in NXT. Sean was using her correctly. Like I said, she might have been my pick. She would have been my pick to win the Women's North American Championship had she not gotten called up. She would have been in that match, preferably over Mi Chin. So, I don't know why you called her up. I know you're trying to build her up and everything slowly but surely, but you're also not doing anything with her, right? Raw has all their marquee feuds and matches as to what they're doing already, especially in the women's division. That's being on lock with Mommy and Liv Morgan and Dom. That's the main marquee female storyline. Now, obviously, you got Shayna, Sonya, Zoe Stark, and you have Damage Control. Shout out Dakota Kai. She just got hurt. We wish her all her best. Wish her all her best in her speedy recovery. Of course, same with Asuka. Can't wait for her to return as well. But why call Kiana James up? If you weren't going to do anything with her, Trips, like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Like, we give you a lot of credit, but man, did you fumble this bag right here? And I'm going to be honest, I don't know how you could fumble the bag on Kiana James. And obviously a lot of wrestling fans aren't casual NXT watchers like myself. A lot of them don't watch NXT. Now, I watch NXT weekly. I watch all wrestling, not going to lie. I'm a boring person. It may not come off as that, but I am. But no, for real. I watch all WWE wrestling. So I watch NXT. I know who Kiana James was before. The problem is just like, I'm just upset with how she was being booked at NXT. I wouldn't even have called her up. So like, bro, I just wouldn't have called her up. So as of right now, she has a D. Next up on the list, another woman that has to have a D. and that's only because they stuck her in a group, and I'm talking about Elektra Lopez. I understand she went through that little thing with Lola Vice, and obviously they did whatever they did, they got whatever they got going on, but y'all did a quick feud, like quick, it was super quick, and then y'all just put her on the main roster. Like, she even had a match with Zelina, and that match was horrible, bro. Like, it was horrible. Like, neither woman know how to lead that match, and I just felt so bad. I just felt so bad, man. And Elektra, she definitely could use a little bit more help in the ring. She's not the best in the ring, and that's okay. That's okay. I mean, Tangaloa's here, so yeah, just let that sink in. So there's not really much to talk about when it comes to Elektra Lopez. A lot of people don't even know who she is. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and give her a D, only because of how she's being booked right now. Hopefully she can snap out of it. Once again, we're only 4 months past, so yeah, as of right now, Elektra Lopez, D. Next on this list is the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. Man, I gotta give Ilya about a B. And the reason why I'm giving Ilya a B is because he's put on bangers after banger after bangers on Raw. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, he's not winning most of the marquee matches we thought he would have won, but we know that Ilya is capable of so much more. And honestly, I want to give Triple H the benefit of the doubt when it comes to Ilya, because I don't think he's gonna bury Ilya Dragunov. I think he's cooking here. I think he's cooking slowly but surely. Dude was in a banger match with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. What was that? Just what, like 3 weeks ago? Like, bro, that match, and it closed out Raw. That match was a banger. Bro already puts on bangers with Braun Breaker. That was a no-brainer. Like, we knew that. We knew that was going to happen. And a lot of people, if you're not familiar with Ilya Dragunov from NXT UK, if you're not familiar with Ilya Dragunov from NXT period, bro, you're missing out. Go back and rewatch, man. Go back and rewatch. You would love Ilya Dragunov. Honestly, build him up the right way. Bye-bye, Gunther. Here comes the Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. So as of right now, Ilya, gotta give him about a B. What do you think in the comments down below? Let me know in the comments down below. Next on the list is Blair Davenport. Now, up until 2 weeks ago, I would have given her a D. No, I'm talking about the grade. We would have given her about a D in terms of grade, but I want to see what she's doing with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn here. She's been coming out attacking Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, and I understand they're trying to build up those women, which is why you have Bianca and Jade doing that, and also Jade needs to learn a little bit more in-ring skills. So, I mean, I definitely get what you're doing here. Now you got Naomi part of the mix, so it's like, I'm interested to see what they do going forward. So, I think I'm just gonna let Triple H cook when it comes to Blair. I do hope she's booked correctly. I love Blair Davenport. I think she's a great wrestler. A lot of people don't know she was with Will Ospreay. So yeah, Ospreay. Yeah. I know who Will Ospreay is. I don't just watch WWE. Fun fact. But hey, I hope Triple H is cooking correctly with Blair Davenport, because this right here could be something special. Like, I honestly think Blair Davenport could run SmackDown. I honestly think she can run Friday nights in that women's division. Her finisher is crazy. Like, bro, I really love Blair Davenport. So as of right now, I'm not gonna give her a B. I'm gonna give her a C+, just to see what Triple H is cooking up right now. You know, I just want to see what he's cooking up lately, because like I said, up until 2 weeks ago, she was pretty much just sitting in catering, doing nothing. But as of right now, he kind of cooking, so I'm just trying to see what he's doing. Not trying to be a Triple H fanboy or anything like that, but I do want to see what he's cooking. So yeah, as of right now, we're gonna give her a C+. Next on the list is Dijak. It just has to be an F, and that's not his fault, but because how WWE treated him. Why call him up to release him? What was the reason? You didn't have nothing planned for Dijak? Dude didn't just put on a banger? He didn't just put on a bangers in NXT. Dude put on a banger triple threat with Obafemi and Josh Briggs. Like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, Dijak, not T-Bar, Dijak. This dude put on bangers with Keith Lee, and that was weekly NXT television right there. Peak cinema. Come on, man. Aura. Come on. Like, bro, what are you doing? What are you doing, Trips? Like, I'm really confused when it comes to Dijak. Like, the way they handled Dijak was so horrible. Like, it was stupid, too. Like, come on now. It just didn't make any sense. It don't make any sense. You have somebody of this talent and of this caliber that you just let walk. Like, honestly, it gotta be an F. And that's only on WWE's part, because what were you doing with Dijak? Come on now, bro. Come on now, bro. Unacceptable, for real, unacceptable. Like, as of right now, it's an F. And it's gonna remain an F. It's an F. It was stupid. It's an F. For the last three are honorary mentions, only because part of them was already up and called up on the roster. So I'm just gonna list them because technically they're from NXT and they're honorary mentions. So first honorary mention is...
It's Tiffy time!
Well, she made her own entrance. Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton. We gotta give Tiffany an A. Only because, dude, who doesn't love Tiffy time? You can argue that she's overrated, but I don't think so. I personally don't think so. I like Tiffany ever since she was in NXT. I kind of caught on pretty quick to what she had going on. So I'm a big fan of Tiffany Stratton. I honestly am hopeful as to what Trips is cooking up when it comes to her, because she just won a Money in the Bank. She came out and celebrated with Nia at SummerSlam. I thought she was going to cash in, but she didn't. She held her ground. I do believe she does cash in on Nia. Obviously, the storyline right there is the friendship turn. So, I mean, I guess time will tell. And it sucks for Bayley because, like, I know we're not talking about Bayley right now, but, like, what was the reason? You had her beat Damage Control, move Damage Control on, didn't have nobody lined up for Bayley. What was the point? Just the WrestleMania satisfaction? Like, bro, it was that's stupid. But Tiffy time? Oh, it's Tiffy time. And it's always Tiffy time. And I love this little backstage segment she been having with Chelsea Green. Like, I think that's hilarious. It is honestly hilarious. Like, I'm loving it. But as of right now, I'm going to give Tiffany an A, only because of how she's being booked right now. And once again, who doesn't love Tiffy time? The Creed brothers. Now, the Creed brothers are, like I said, still fresh. So I'm going to cut them some slack. Now they're just being partnered up with Chad Gable and also Ivy Nile. Just turned on Maxine Dupree. So yeah, as of right now, I'm loving what they're doing. They're feuding right now with the Wyatt Six, which is crazy. I love it. I have to give the Creed brothers a solid B-, only because they're partnered up with Chad Gable. They're able to learn, and honestly, I'm interested to see what they do with the Wyatt Six. They're an interesting group because they're a great tag team. They're actual brothers. They're a great tag team. They actually kick ass. Like, bro, Brutus be kicking ass, bro. Like, for real. And Julius goes hard. I'm sorry. And Ivy actually can wrestle. Ivy's finisher goes crazy, bro. She be just choking these. Look. Had to stop myself there. Got a little carried away there. Yeah. Got to get back on track, man. But the Creed brothers, we're going to give them a B-, right? Just interested to see what they got going forward. And last but certainly not least, Pretty Deadly. I have to give them a C, only because they were cooking until one of them got hurt. I believe it was Elton. One of them got hurt, and honestly, Triple H just put a stop to their whole push, which I understand. It was different, like I said, when the Usos got hurt, when Jimmy got hurt back in 2019, 2020, and they just went off full-fledged with Jay, which is why Jay is so over now. Be on the lookout for Jimmy, though. I have a feeling Jimmy's going to come back and definitely Jimmy going to be cooking. But the thing is, Pretty Deadly is interesting. You have them battling DIY, who just lost their tag titles a couple weeks ago at this point, for no apparent reason, just to build up the bloodline. And now DIY just beat Pretty Deadly, who I think desperately needed to win that match. But also, DIY didn't need to lose that match either. It's pretty interesting, I'm gonna say. I do not want to be a WWE booker or a wrestling promoter, wrestling booker, period. That's a hard decision, because you want to give fresh matches and you want to give fresh opponents for different people. And obviously it's hard to produce the result that makes everyone happy, you know? But Pretty Deadly, man, they're taking a hit, bro. And it sucks. And it's not even their fault. It's the booking. It's definitely the booking. So as of right now, I got to give Pretty Deadly a C. But hey, is there any of them that you disagree with? Is there any of them that I missed? Let me know in the comments down below. If you did go on to enjoy this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you're new, turn the post notification bell. Once again, I'm sorry about my upload schedule. I was sick, but we're back at it again. So hey, catch you guys in the next one. Peace. I just hit my finger.